Hello, welcome to the demo video of Easy Matrix. This is the last build before it goes beta. Before we start, a couple of things I have to mention. First of all, the colour rendering isn't brilliant with this video grabbing software, so you'll have to excuse that. And secondly, you might be able to see the mouse busy icon. I don't know whether you can see it now or not, but again, that's the video grabbing software. That isn't there on the actual Easy Matrix software, so I apologise for that. Okay, let's get started by pressing the N key for New Matrix. And you can see you're presented with this screen, which is the main editing screen. On the left we have the help panel, which tells you basically which key does what, and on the right we have a selection of textures called the texture panel. Okay, we can press the H key to turn help on or off, which gives you a little bit more space to work with, but we'll leave it on for now. You see, this is the selector rod which we use to choose what we're going to edit. Okay, so say for example I want to edit this tile down here. I can press the left mouse button to raise the tile. The amount I raise it by is called the increment. That's a user defined variable, or it will be in the beta. So it's left mouse button to raise it, right mouse button to lower it, and the amount, total amount you can raise it or lower it by, again, is a user defined variable, maximums and minimums. If you're to go below surface level, I'm not sure if you can see it with this software, but that's taking the matrix below the water table, which can be used for creating impassable areas or a lake, or well, it depends what you want to use your matrix for, really, but that's a feature. Okay, if we were to select an individual node, you can see the node expands when I point to it and click. Then that just edits the individual node, a single node, rather than the whole tile. Whereas if we were on the tile itself, the whole tile is edited in that 4 nodes are raised at once, in effect raising the tile. So that makes it completely editable. Okay, right, another feature, the center key. If I was working over here and I wanted a better view, I can zoom in using the mouse wheel, but as you can see it's zooming in on the wrong place. So if I was to go over here and press C, the matrix, that helper tells you which one you press C on. The matrix is now centered around that tile, which makes it a lot easier to edit stuff, because we can zoom in on the area that we wish to edit. Okay, again, pressing C anywhere, centers on that tile. You might have noticed that I rotated the matrix view a little bit there. Now that is done by pressing and holding the mouse wheel. And you need a clickable mouse wheel to use this software. Most mice have that now, so it's just center there a minute. Right, so if I press and hold the mouse wheel, I can rotate the matrix 360 degrees. Makes for easy editing, quick editing of areas. Okay. Now these helper nodes can turn these on or off by pressing the V key, which change the matrix to what I call real world view. That is actually below the water table, so you can see the lake in the middle there. The matrix is still fully editable in real world view, but you have to be a good aim to get the nodes rather than the tiles, because you don't exactly know where they are. So that's why I turned that on. Right, finally we've got fill. Looking at these textures on the right here, I can use W, A, S and D, standard game control keys, to select a texture from the palette. Again, this is a default palette, and the user will replace this with his own textures. So say we've got this baked bean style one. I hold space and click on whichever tile I wish to contain that texture. I can change the textures again. And another feature, if I hold space and drag, I can paint areas. This is what I call a texture paint mode. Makes for quick matrix editing. And finally, the flood fill mode. Now, pressing F for flood fill will bring up a help dialog saying, are you sure you wish to invoke flood fill? Because once this is done, it gets rid of any texturing you've done already. So if I press N for no, it doesn't do anything. But if I press Y for yes, you can see it's flooded the entire matrix with whatever texture I've got chosen in the texture palette. So if I want to go for this yellow and black hazard style thing. Flood fill, yes. It's good for if you wanted to pre-render a texture of, say, grass. This is just green, but you could have a grass texture. It's a good base to start your matrix with. This is probably where you'll see the colour error I was talking about before. It's probably very grainy. It's not like that in the real program. It's purely the CAM software I'm using. Again, fully editable still in this mode. And we could put easy paint a path, dirt path, say, through the mountains. Simple as that. Now that coding would take you a long time to do. Obviously this is only small matrix just for demo purposes, but your matrix can be as big as you like within reason. So the files are automatically exported, and they're exported in a plain text format, which makes it easy to import into whatever you want to use your matrix in, whether it be Dart Basic or a C program or anything that needs point-based matrix definitions. Again, textures, number-based textures. You can see how easy it is to build up a map for a game or a demo, or no coding at all involved. And already we've built that, if you can imagine that, a lot higher resolution, so the squares are smaller. You can see how easy it is, and that's the whole point. So that's about it for the alpha. A few more features to be added, and then it'll be released. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.